What an honor it is to be here in front of so many respected members of our community and to celebrate our family. And let me first thank the Rabbi Feder and all the rabbis that are associated with the JEC. They do a fantastic job of making lives special in our community. Their dedication and commitment that every Jew should have a chance to learn Torah regardless of their affiliation or their traditions or how much religious upbringing they have experienced. To believe that all are welcome to learn and they are there to teach. It's been a great privilege to witness the journey and watch so many people stretching themselves to discover what Hashem has to offer through his teaching. As a father and now a grandfather, I can reflect on my own life and personal journey. I'm amazed at how much my family has grown. Dedicating their lives to Judaism is truly a blessing and a nachas to witness. How proud I am as a father to watch my son grow into the respected pillar of this community. He has succeeded any possible expectation. As a father, I am very proud of the man he has become. Truly a wonderful life. Reminds me of the story by Frank Capra of a son whose father owned a small business in a small town, always feeling and compelled to get away. He sort of danced to his own drummer. And he wanted to follow his dreams. The day finally came. His bags were packed, heading for the train station, and he learned his father had a heart attack. He dropped everything, rushed to his father's side, just in time to say goodbye. He was then left with many choices, either to stay and run the family business that he dreaded for so many years, or follow his dream. He was encouraged to stay by his family, and so he did. He marries, has children, he finds himself stuck in a life that he didn't really want. The story goes on, he has children, he has challenges in business, becomes overwhelmed, gets down on his knees, prays to God, and says, I can't handle it. I wish I was never born. He was ready to commit suicide. Hashem hears the man's request and sends an angel to save him, showing him how much life would have changed and how many people's lives would be affected by his absence. I'm very much familiar with this story because it resembles my life. Learning the value of the purpose of a life, the effect that a soul can make in this world, puts life in a different perspective. How my life would have changed and how I probably wouldn't be here, standing here, celebrating my family. I can finally say that I may not have followed my dream, but then again, I would have missed the dream Hashem had in store for me, and that is to celebrate this evening with my family. To reflect even deeper, being the son of a Holocaust survivors, I couldn't help but become overwhelmed by their strength for having survived the most horrific event in Jewish history. To me, they were my heroes. people who were selected by Hashem to live while others were put to death. To me, this was no random act of selection. I was always amazed by the miracle. And I feel like I was a survivor as well, and burdened with the responsibility to never allow Hashem's choice to go in vain. But I was always troubled by never really understanding my role, my responsibility for being the child of a survivor. I was always searching for a deeper meaning in my life because I was one blink away from not being born. I always felt a deep connection with Hashem. I wasn't a student of Torah. I wasn't open to learning. But when I came to Florida, I connected with BRS, and I was fortunate to study with Rabbi Goldberg and Nicole L. Came very close. We studied together. And one Rosh Hashanah, he asked me to do a Dvar Torah. It was the story of Abraham and Isaac. I was quite surprised, but very honored. In reflecting on the beautiful story of Hashem testing Abraham's devotion and asking him to take his son, who he had waited to have for so many years, to be sacrificed, I couldn't help but wonder, what was Isaac thinking? Here the father was taking him up to be slaughtered. Before Abraham could touch Isaac with the blade, Hashem sent an angel to save him. And at that moment, I realized something. Isaac was the first survivor, and that we're all Isaacs. What would become of this world because Isaac was saved? The sacrifices, the significance of the soul. As I stand here today and watch my son, the grandchild of a survivor, transformed from an Isaac into an Abraham, I feel Hashem had a good reason to save my parents. And I thank him today that it wasn't 6,000,002 souls that were slaughtered. So you never know how your life can affect others, and and you always need to appreciate that fact. It wasn't just lives that were saved, it was souls waiting to come back to become fathers, mothers, children, grandchildren. We take our lives and souls for granted. Don't. You're not here by some random act. You're here to honor the souls of the past, or you're a new soul yet to be discovered. But know that you can make a difference in people's lives. And that's what I learned at the JEC, and from all the dedicated rabbis who want to make a difference in our lives. I honor it, I treasure it. Celebrating my family is a testament to their hard work. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank them. Each and every one, with their wives, their family, everybody committed to making the JEC the best outreach program in the country. Thank you.
Let it roll.
Hi, my name is Elana Hilf, and I am Marvin's daughter-in-law, married to Michael. So welcome new and old friends of the JEC. First off, we're extremely honored by the JEC's decision to choose the Hill family to accept the Avos Ubanim Family Award. We would like to thank all the extraordinary JEC rabbis for their hard work and dedication to this amazing organization, because without them, we would not be standing here today participating in the Jewish outreach efforts ourselves. As a young girl growing up in New York, I was always proud to be Jewish, but took the more passive approach after I became a bat mitzvah. I grew up going to Reform synagogues, and since moving to Florida as an adult, I've had the opportunity to attend some Orthodox services with my husband Michael and his family. There was an openness and non-judgmental atmosphere that I'd experienced at Reform synagogues, combined with a very spiritual and moving service that I experienced with Michael's family at the Orthodox synagogue. I wondered if I could find a happy place in between these two, which would balance and, most importantly, teach me about Judaism and make it relevant in today's world. Then, in March 2013, Michael and I were invited to the JEC Annual Awards Dinner, and I felt for the first time that I had found a Jewish organization which was my happy Jewish place. Both Michael and I found last year's awards dinner to be educational, uplifting, relaxing, entertaining, fun, and in so many ways, just right. Soon after, Michael had the honor of becoming more involved with the JEC and was asked to sit on the board of directors. As Michael became more involved in the JEC's outreach efforts, our home life naturally evolved as well. We had always celebrated the Jewish holidays by attending synagogue, but rarely followed simple Jewish tradition in our home, such as observing Shabbat. We went from never having Shabbat dinners to always having Shabbat dinners, and I'm happy to say that this has been a year of the new family tradition now. Our children have become so much more aware of their Jewish heritage and are excited to come home from preschool every Friday and have family Shabbat dinners together. It may seem like a small effort to some, but to our family, Friday Shabbat has now become ingrained into our home life. Our family and friends know exactly what our plans are on Friday evenings, and many have joined us as we have introduced the tradition to them in hopes that they will be inspired by our Jewish heritage, just as we were 1 year ago today at the 2013 JEC Awards Dinner. As recipients of Jewish outreach ourselves, it gives us great pride to help such a dynamic and effective organization. Through one-on-one learning, Fun Family Hebrew School for children and adults, Camp Nagila Boca, FAU college campus programs, annual events and holiday celebrations, the JEC has accomplished bringing together Jews of all backgrounds and ages in a no-pressure, laid-back, warm, welcoming atmosphere with no membership fees or dues. We have witnessed firsthand how effective their work has been by Michael playing an active part in the organization, and I've recently taken on the position of VP of Financial Resource Development, which has given me the opportunity to take my professional skills as a marketing director and translate them into helping a phenomenal Jewish organization grow, which has personally been so fulfilling and rewarding. It has been a pleasure working with the exceptional rabbis here since day one, who are the driving forces behind this outreach program, helping to connect people to their Jewish heritage in a fun, meaningful, and of course, relevant way. As we all know, financial support for the JEC of South Florida is imperative to the success of their programming, and it provides Family Hebrew School camp scholarships, the ability for new programming and classes, and services to develop children, families, teens, adults, and seniors with Jewish pride through knowledge. As I take on this new role, I will be looking to partner with companies to build a corporate sponsorship program to help JEC fund their efforts. I will continue to nurture the valuable relationships with families and individuals while developing a new fundraising dynamic for the JEC and partnering with businesses to build sponsorship opportunities which will help fund the JEC and their programming. As a JEC partner, businesses and brands will have the opportunity to get involved in the Jewish community, save future generations of Jewish souls, and stop assimilation in its tracks, all while aligning themselves with a trusted outreach program that reaches desirable consumers in the heart of South Florida. If you are a business owner or you know of a business owner who might be interested in partnering with the JEC to create a strategic and mutually beneficial sponsorship package, I'd be thrilled to work alongside them and to have JEC help them meet their business, marketing, and community relations efforts. Thank you again for being here tonight, and I hope you all enjoyed this phenomenal evening together.